Today, when the sun goes down, we close the door. We lock the window. We turn on the lights. Then we climb into bed and forget that outside the world is dark. But imagine a time before houses. No walls, no doors, no lamps, no bedroom, no blanket. Just you, your family, the cold ground, and somewhere in the darkness, eyes watching. For ancient humans, night was not peaceful. Night was a test. So how did humans survive when the sun disappeared? The answer is not simple. Early humans did not survive the night because they were stronger than predators. They were not stronger than lions. They were not faster than leopards. They did not have claws, fangs, armor, or night vision. A human alone in the dark was not the king of nature. A human alone in the dark was meat with opinions. But humans had something different. They had planning. They had groups. They had fire. And most importantly, they learned one rule. You do not start surviving the night at night. You start surviving the night before the sun goes down. Before darkness arrived, ancient humans had to choose where to sleep, and this choice could mean life or death. They did not just lie down anywhere. A bad sleeping spot could flood. A bad sleeping spot could be too cold. A bad sleeping spot could be near a predator trail. A bad sleeping spot could have snakes, insects, or animals already using it. So early humans searched for places that gave them an advantage. A cave entrance, a rock overhang, high ground, a cliffside, a place near water but not too close, a place where predators could not easily sneak up from every direction. This was their first house, not walls, not a roof, a smart location. Because in the ancient world, the safest bedroom was the place where danger had fewer ways to enter. But location was only part of the answer. The real wall was the group. One human sleeping alone was vulnerable, but a group changed everything. More ears, more eyes, more movement, more warning. If one person heard a branch snap, everyone could wake up. If one person smelled smoke, rain, or animal scent, the whole group could react. Children likely stayed near the center. Adults stayed around them. People slept close together for warmth, safety, and comfort. This is one of the biggest secrets of human survival. Before we built walls out of wood and stone, we built walls out of each other. A sleeping group was not silent. It breathed. It shifted. It whispered. It listened. And to a predator, that mattered. A group of humans around a fire was not an easy meal. It was noise, light, smoke, sticks, stones, and panic with teamwork. Then came the greatest weapon against darkness: fire. Fire did not just warm the body, it changed the shape of the night. Before fire, darkness belonged to animals that could see, smell, and hunt better than humans. But with fire, humans made a small circle of daylight, a circle where people could see each other, a circle where predators hesitated, a circle where cold air became survivable, a circle where stories could begin. But here is the important part. Early humans probably did not all have fire at the same time. Some may have used natural fire from lightning or wildfires before they could reliably make it themselves. Imagine what that meant. A flame taken from the wild, carried carefully, protected, fed with wood, guarded like a living thing. Because if the fire died, the night came back. Now, when we say before houses, we have to be careful. Early humans did not go from sleeping in the open straight to modern houses. Long before villages and permanent homes, humans and their relatives used shelters: caves, rock ledges, branches, animal hides, wooden frames, windbreaks, temporary camps. So the story is not, humans had no houses, so they did nothing. The story is, humans slowly invented protection. A branch became a windbreak. A cave became a camp. A fire became a wall. A group became a fortress. Now here is something most people never think about. The first beds were not about luxury, they were about survival. Sleeping directly on the ground is dangerous. The ground can be cold, wet, full of insects, full of parasites, and full of sharp stones. So ancient humans made sleeping areas. They used grass, leaves, ash, animal skins, and soft plants to make the ground safer. Ash may have helped keep insects away. Think about that. Ancient humans were not just collapsing on the floor like tired animals. They were preparing sleeping spaces. They were choosing plants. They were using ash. They were maintaining camps. They were making the night less dangerous one layer at a time. A bed was not just a bed, it was technology. Soft technology, quiet technology, the kind of invention that does not look dramatic but saves lives while everyone is asleep. Movies make ancient humans look like they spent every night battling monsters with spears, but real survival was probably smarter than that. The best way to survive a predator is not to fight it. It is to avoid meeting it. Early humans learned signs, tracks in mud, broken branches, fresh droppings, animal smells. The silence of birds, the direction of the wind. A safe camp was not only about what humans could see, it was about what they could notice. And if danger came close, they had noise. Fire, stones, sticks, numbers. A predator wants food, not a confusing, screaming circle of rock-throwing humans around a flame. Humans were not the strongest animals, but they were exhausting problems. And sometimes being an exhausting problem is enough to survive. But night was not only danger. Night also changed humans. Around the fire, people had time. No hunting, no walking, no gathering. Just darkness outside the circle and faces inside it. This may be where stories became powerful. Warnings could be shared. Memories could be repeated. Children could learn where not to go. Someone could describe the animal tracks they saw. Someone could explain which plants cause sickness. Someone could remember where water was found. Before writing, night helped turn survival into memory and memory into culture. The fire did not only keep predators away, it pulled humans closer together. But what about the nights before fire, or the nights when fire went out? Those nights were harder. Humans may have slept in trees, on rock ledges, in caves, near cliffs, or in thick protective vegetation. They may have stayed close together. They may have slept lightly. They may have moved before sunset to safer ground. They may have used darkness the same way other animals do, by becoming quiet, still, and difficult to find. We should not imagine every night as a battle. Most nights were probably routine. Cold, uncomfortable, noisy, and tense, but routine. Because ancient humans survived not by removing danger completely, they survived by reducing danger again and again. A better camp, a better fire, a better sleeping spot, a better warning, a better group. That is how survival works, not one miracle. 100 small advantages stacked together. So how did humans survive the night before houses? They turned the world itself into a shelter. A cave became a roof. A cliff became a wall. A fire became a lamp. Ash became insect protection. Grass became a bed. The group became a door. And fear became planning. That is the real answer. Humans did not survive the ancient night because they were fearless. They survived because they were afraid and smart enough to do something with that fear. Today we close our doors and sleep safely. But deep inside, every human is the memory of an older night. A night with no house, no lock, no light switch, just a small fire and the dark waiting outside.